Good morning, Taurus. Welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is going to be your daily reads for April 1st and April 2nd. So I know I didn't get out the April 1st reading yesterday. I've been really busy and I'm going to be even busier very soon. I have a lot of things I have to get in order. So I'm just going to be doubling up on the days just for maybe April, okay? Until I get this done. All right, so this is April 1st to April 2nd. This is the Lion Shredder Tarot. Let's pull a 5-card spread for each day. All right, so this is for April 1st. Can we get a card representing the situation for Taurus for April 1st, 2019? This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we get a card representing the situation for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 1st? All right, Tower. Ooh. On the bottom, Sun. It'll bring you clarity, liberation, freedom. There's 2 cards. Okay, so it's like this, and we already know how this is going to end up. Oh, okay. So we're going to take it like this, because that was on top. So this is because it was like this, right? If I did do it like that, it would be like this, and it would be like this. All right. So Taurus, that's you. King of Pentacles around you. This is what's leading to this. Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom so far because there's big changes going on. So let's get an outcome and an underlying energy. And I'm going to go outcome, underlying energy like that. So I can go on to the next day as well underneath that. So can we please get the outcome? Please. And then I'm going to take that last card for the underlying energy. Can you please get the outcome, please? Outcome, 7 of Cups. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, and sorry, and the underlying energy, 6 of Wands. Freaking yes, Taurus. All right. Sorry. I have a special kind of, I had a special epiphany about the 7 of Cups. We'll talk about it later. So now let's get a reading for April 2nd, okay? This is the card representing the situation for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2nd. Can we please get a card representing the situation for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2nd? Can we please get a card representing the situation for Taurus, April 2nd? This is a card representing the situation for Taurus for April 2nd. 10 of Swords. Ouchie, ouchie. All right, that's the situation. On the bottom, Knight of Wands. Ending, and Knight of Wands is like being inspired and going out there and wanting to travel and jump into things and being passionate about something. All right, so let's get a card representing Taurus on April 2nd. 2019. Can we get a card representing Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2nd? All right. There you are, 7 of Wands. You get that a lot too. On the bottom, 8 of Wands. Things happening quickly. Enthusiasm. Taurus, do you see a pattern here? Around you is not so nice. Not so nice. Now, around Taurus here, can we get what's surrounding Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus on April 2nd. What's surrounding Taurus on April 2nd? Hierophant. Ooh, okay, could be another Taurus. Magician. This one's got a little bit of a trickster vibe, but very capable, having all the tools. Oh, there. Around you. Sorry, this is the outcome, is 6 of Cups, and on the bottom, Empress. I like it. There's double Taurus here, right? Okay, and then on the bottom of that, there's 3 of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. I'm going to talk about this real quick. So the Tower card is about something's happening on the 1st, and I'll tell you straight up, like, I had troubled sleep, and I had like this feeling that it was going to be some kind of like negative conflict, like that kind of a feeling before I did your reading, okay? And from when I woke up. Because honestly, like, I do Taurus tribe so much that I'm either thinking about it or I'm thinking about, you know, people complaining about Taurus tribe readings. So, you know, it's in the back of my head. in the back of my mind. So the Tower card, it's something where the situation is showing a lightning strike, this lightning bolt strike this tower. It looks like an Eastern tower here in this deck, in the Lion Strider Tarot. And it's something where you see the people fall. It's a reality kind of coming down, being broken, something being broken down, an old way of thinking, some situation where it's going to be out of nowhere, it's going to be shocking a little bit, and it's probably meant to shock you, okay? So just be prepared for this, and don't, if there's something where somebody's trying to do something where, you know, it's conflict based, and it's trying to, like, kind of this feeling of, I feel like it's a feeling of being caught off guard, and them trying to shock you and scare you or make you feel intimidated or something, because around you is conflict, and then there's the Tower, and then you see 10 of Swords the next day, and around you again there's more toxic crap. So I feel like it's a situation like that. So if something is happening, be prepared for April 1st. And I know I'm scaring you guys lately with, ooh, beware of the tsunami and all that stuff. But whatever it is, keep a cool head, because I think you are going to, because you are represented by the King of Pentacles. But whatever this is, whether it even be someone trying to engage you into an argument, or take away something that's yours, or try to cause a fight, or the loss of something, because sometimes the loss of something is implied as well with the Tower card, because you see this house is being broken down and it's crumbling down to the ground. Whatever it is at the time, you may think that this loss of the home or loss of this way of thinking is a big deal, like it's going to, like, you know, really affect you. But at the same time, it's like Goddess Kali. I truly believe this, that when you're being held like a prisoner by this tower in some way, shape, or form, where when it gets broken down, you might feel like you lost something, but like Goddess Kali, when she takes away something, it's for your own good, because from it comes, your soul becomes free. You're liberated, and you have this feeling of liberation and freedom coming from the Tower card. Because if it didn't survive, whatever you had, whatever situation it was, if it didn't survive the Tower moment, then it wasn't stable to begin with. So then you have you as King of Pentacles. This is good, Taurus. This is you in your element. This is you being the master of your own world. King of Pentacles is someone who's got their head on right, very empowered, sitting on your throne, and you're going to use your logic and your intelligence, as well as your grounded and wisdom, and groundedness and your wisdom and your material resources to make the best decisions for you and your tribe, your community, your life. So the King of Pentacles is a very empowered card. Around you, there's the Five of Wands, which is conflict. This conflict is something that represents inner conflict, outer conflict, and competing interests. So these competing interests are the fighting here, the pettiness, the maliciousness. It's all here because of feeling threatened, feeling competitive, and so wanting to tear you down, wanting to make you feel insecure, wanting to fight, like wanting to cause problems, wanting to get you, right? So you, Taurus, because you're in a very empowered state here, and this Tower moment was meant to happen because it's a major arcana card. It's a fate card. So for you, Taurus, it just says this is what's around you, this pettiness, this fight is trying to draw you in. And I feel like that's why it's like a sabotage thing, not a sabotage quite like it's going to be like a big deal. It's going to be up to you how you react, obviously. But because when you see the Tower, it's like an element of surprise. When you see the conflict around you, look at how crazy mad these dogs are. Even the Bird of Spirit is involved, okay? So it's like this energy is trying to create this to shock you. And you are here standing in your power, chilling, okay? That's good. Keep that power. Keep it like that. Whatever people are trying to throw your way, think of your own life and what's going on around you. Think of the worst case scenarios of what these people are going to try to do to you or trying to attempt to upset you. Process it and just be ready to let go with the Tower, okay? Don't let it hold you in its grasp. Really think about it. Like, does it really matter that much to me? Is this worth fighting over? Because you see the outcome is Seven of Cups. Now let's talk about my little epiphany with the Seven of Cups, because this is one of those cards I was always like, what does this mean? Daydreaming? Like what? There's already a card of daydreaming. And then over time, I got to know this Seven of Cups much better. And recently my epiphany was, okay, generally speaking, I always say Seven of Cups is each cup is full of some ideal of something, whether it be your ideal mate, a castle, riches, wisdom, a hooded figure that might represent enlightenment or whatever. And all of these things can be like a kid in a candy store where you are overwhelmed with options, and it's saying you really need to know what you want at this time. Now, higher vibration, aspected positively, it's something where it's like a kid in a candy store. You know, I've even said, like, when there's a sale at your favorite store and you got a pocket full of cash and you're ready to go, you know, try on everything, looks good on you, and you're just like, oh my goodness. Okay, that kind of happy energy with the Seven of Cups. Now, negatively aspected, it can be castles in the sky, illusory success, daydreaming too much, not enough action. Okay. But I always say you need to know what you want as well. And so I was watching one of those like TMZ, I don't even know what it was, YouTube vlog, I don't know. Okay. But it was about like, I don't know, I think it was Tony Braxton, and I was like thinking about, it went on to Birdman, because for some of you, I'm losing you, but Birdman dating Tony Braxton, and I was like, you know, a lot of us were horrified. But then it went on from Birdman, and I'm ashamed to say this, but then it went on to how he's like, you know, dated other people, and there was like this NBA player, Dwight Howard. So Dwight Howard is someone who goes like, you know, this handsome young male, whatever, that he's a basketball player. He ended up, like, it said like, you know, some fake news vlog on YouTube was saying how Birdman and Dwight Howard were dating and all this stuff. Now, this is all BS, okay? It was a fake channel. But then it went on to, I started going on to Dwight Howard's YouTube, because I was just curious and I had nothing to do, and I was eating and I was sitting at my table. So then I went on to Dwight Howard. So Dwight Howard ended up having a whole bunch of scandals around him. Like, you know, he already had children. I think he had like 2 baby mamas, and then on top of that, there was some, like, you know, transsexual prostitute or somebody, I don't know, who had him with a taped phone conversation saying, like, you did this and this and blah, 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 and you're dating me, and now you're having, like, these kind of parties with other people. I got into it, okay? It got like that. So then he explains how he was young, he got success quickly, overwhelmed, came from like a very hard life, and so made mistakes, and then not only made those mistakes, people had the receipts on him. Okay, so that was a moment for me where I was like a Seven of Cups epiphany. Okay, why? Because you need to know what you want, because when Seven of Cups, highly aspected, where you have a lot of options, that's that Seven of Cups energy, you know, like becoming a rock star or something, and then all of a sudden people are throwing themselves at you, or, you know, you're an NBA star, all of a sudden people are throwing themselves at you, and then you're just like in the thick of the devil's energy, okay, like, you know, orgies, parties, you know, going and you know, like dabbling everywhere. So that's Seven of Cups energy. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're going to go that far. My epiphany was this: when you have too many options too fast, you're not used to it. That's why you should really know what you want. Because if you don't really decide and focus on what it is you really want, and take that time to focus about these wonderful options that come up and what you're going to want out of those options, you don't want to be that person who, you know, puts their fingers in like 7 different pies, and then you have to now pay for all of them. You want to pay for the one thing that you really want. You don't want to pay for all these different things, because you can't commit to all those different things. So that was my epiphany. Anyways, outcome. 6 of Wands is about victory, triumph over this. This is celebrating you. This is about being a leader. What are you doing? Like, how are you being called to lead? Being popular, well received, people, like, you know, backing you up, cheering for you, of recognition for, you know, at work or in life, at some way that is a leveling up, a card of extreme confidence, feeling good, and you should feel good about whatever you've achieved and accomplished. So the Six of Wands is a card of triumph, confidence, victory, where people who were challenging you before, they have to just give it up and go, you know what? I got to clap because that was amazing, and you're amazing, and you deserve the #1 title. Like that kind of energy. Now also those people, some of them, they want to be in your place. They're not quite happy for you, so be careful not to be cocky when you're winning. All right. So now we go to the 2nd, April 2nd. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords is a situation. You have the Tower moment, and now you have the 10 of Swords. So whatever, you know, was an epiphany, whatever happened that, you know, was brought to light, that was a shocker on the 1st. On the 2nd, this 10 of Swords, it might have been a betrayal, because you know what was around you on the 1st, right? So the 10 of Swords here, whatever the betrayal, the backstabbing, the sabotage, the toxicity was, it's saying it's over now, okay? You need to embrace that it's over. That's another thing about the Tower card. Don't sit there holding on to the crumbled ruins. And don't fall for the fight. Don't get engaged in this. 10 of Swords, embrace it. All right, you did your best. You took your best shot. I still came out victorious. Yeah, it might hurt a little bit, but I'll get over it and I'll be better off. That's the 10 of Swords. Let it go. It's going to be the ending here. This is not a nice way to end things. They didn't mean well. Because if it was like, you know, look, this person has, this animal has 10 swords stabbed into him. Every 10 of Swords card is brutal. It's not a nice way to end things. It's a toxic way to end things. It indicates or it implies deceit and abuse and toxic, like hate and anger and maliciousness and betrayals and, you know, backstabbing, all those kind of things. It's brutal. So now embrace the ending of this, okay? Because at least it's over. You look at this 7 of Wands. Do you see? We've talked about this card, Taurus, for your readings. This goat over here at the top. And sitting up there, looking up at the sky, and these two, I call this the chicken head, and I call this the crazy rabid one that wants to like go for the throat. But you, not even looking at it, you're just like doing your own thing, face to the sky, having, you know, faith in yourself. There is faith implied with a person on top of this hill, on top of this, like it's like a little rocky cliff here, okay? You're naturally doing you. This is where you should be. They're at a lower position, okay? And this bird, I don't even know, is it a goose? I think so. So they should be able to fly, but for some reason, they're taking part in this kind of, I feel like it's some kind of like bullying situation, gang up situation, okay? So you are going to maintain with the 7 of Wands. Again, with the 7 of Wands, it is implied that the person who's on top will come out victorious, that they have the inner strength and what's needed to be resilient and to overcome these obstacles. Like you can see in this picture as well, they've depicted that goat as not even, you know, phased, just chilling. Now that comes after the 6 of Wands, right? That's natural. When you have this kind of victory, something that's wonderful, that's like made your life better, a come up, then you have to protect it. 7 of Wands we're speaking about before, people not always being happy for you. You know they're not, because you got 5, 6, and 7 of Wands. This is all about while you're growing with that male fire energy of the Wands, while you're growing and, you know, evolving, not everyone's happy for you. There's always obstacles on the path of growth and leveling up. So that's the 7 of Wands energy. Around you, you've got the Hierophant. We like to see this, right, Taurus? Because you know I love you guys, and you know I always say, Taurus, you're the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Empress. Do we see all 3 of those lovelies here? Yes, we do. King, Hierophant, Empress, right? So around you, it could either be the support of someone who is like, who is a Taurus, who's a spiritual person, a healer, a teacher, something along those lines, okay? It also represents the energy that is around you. So this energy of faith and trusting in your own self. It's great strength with the Hierophant and the Empress, because those are major arcana cards. Yes, there was an ending. Yes, it came out of nowhere. Even with the Seven of Wands, did you know that it's implied as well that this battle that you're called to fight, it's kind of like on the spur of the moment, that it's shocking or surprising where you weren't really quite expecting it. And that's what I get with the Tower moment too. Like somebody is trying to like do something out of nowhere, like planning or plotting to do something to upset you. And it might be big, it might be major, right? But just think of it this way, like what does it take to get these toxic people out of your life? Be willing to leave it all if you have to. Because you have to make that kind, otherwise this shit's going to go on forever. Okay, so then Hierophant, about faith. This is traditionally represents like the Pope kind of role, a teacher, a healer, a guru, someone spiritual. Again, another Taurus possibly, and also represents major institutions like the church, law, you know, even marriage, things of that nature. Okay, and traditions, being traditional. Around you, the outcome for that is Six of Cups. It's going to bring a reunion. Now, this is someone from your past that it could be from your family. It could be happy childhood memories, whatever it is. I don't know, man. I wouldn't trust it, okay? Because it almost feels like trying to destroy you. And you just have so many obstacles, options. So many obstacles, yeah. So many options and coming up on top. That even when this is over, like it's kind of like that thing of you can't beat them, if you can't lick them, join them. Do you know what I mean? So it feels almost like doing their best to get you, and then it doesn't work out because you're staying out of the fray. You're not engaging. You're not engaging. Around you, there's the Hierophant. You like faith in yourself, Taurus energy, and so there's this Six of Cups energy. Finally, it's like, okay, well, I couldn't affect it. It ended. I couldn't get the reaction I wanted. So let's go to a reunion. Then let's go back and like, you know, instead of trying to go to war, let's bring some like flowers or, you know, goodwill, a phone call, being supportive. This is the card of like trying to come back now. The outcome, Empress, is obviously major arcana. You level up again. Okay, the Empress is a Taurus ruled card. It's someone who's all about creating and manifesting and giving life, giving energy to the world. The Empress is about being beautiful, being, you know, in touch with, you know, that feminine creation, the womb, life-giving energy. The Empress is about abundance, wealth, fertility, creativity, artistic ability, wisdom, all these wonderful qualities. So that's what look at you, Taurus. Look at the outcome. Six of Wands and the Empress. They can't stop you. Even if they give their lowest blow, below the belt, whatever they're trying to do. And it's like something that they've been plotting. You can feel it. So Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. I know I've said this to you guys before. It's a little longer. Seven of Pentacles, a little bit longer. Three of Wands, those ships are coming in. There's two ships. They're both full. You might have to choose also between like maybe two options or something. Whatever it is that you're doing, the rewards are coming in. And when they do, then, you know, you can get the ships with all of your wonderful goodies and you sell them or whatever. And then you have the funds and then you can do what you want. It implies a little bit of work left to do once your ships do come in. But the rewards coming in for the efforts that you've put out. Okay? Two of Pentacles and using what you have. Resource being extremely busy. But I'm not going to go that deep into it, okay? That's what it looks like for April 1st and 2nd. So let's pull some oracle cards. Let's see. Which shall we pull? That was quite dramatic, man. Very dramatic. So let's pull, what is this? Work Your Light Oracle card by Rebecca Campbell. This is for April 1st, please. I'm going to pick one for April 1st and one for April 2nd. Can we get a Work Your Light Oracle card for Taurus for April 1st, please? Starseed, what lights you up? And that's just doing what lights you up. Okay, it's saying star seeds are kind of all over the world in all kinds of different roles in life. And there's Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. But I will speak to that after. Let's get another card. This is for April 2nd for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please, can we get a card for April 2nd for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. All right, so I'll put this here. Maybe I'll put it like this. I don't want the candle to burn if I keep putting these up. But we shall see. All right. So let me just read it real quick. Starseed 54. It says you have star seeds have a double mission. Is one to raise their own consciousness, and the other is to raise the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. You guys feel like there's something that you have to do, the time is running out, there's something that you have to create or contribute, and this is to confirm that you are a star seed and you're being encouraged to answer the call. And it says once you're awake, it's hard for you to have meaningless conversations, jobs, or relationships, and you innately know there's much more to life and feel that there's something more and get to work. And you get restless. You stay restless until you step into your calling. And then, of course, starseeds are scattered all over the world in all types of different situations. And it says, if you are dimming your light to fit in, it is time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to share and treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. Work your light inquiry is what lights you up. Now let's look at get grounded. Get grounded. 74. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. You're being called to get grounded. Ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it's all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pull this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well. Balance your energy and get grounded. There are two types of people, those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to get grounded, to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing. Earthing. It's just like walking on earth, okay, with bare feet. Spend time in nature. Put your hands on a tree. Your palms are extensions of your heart chakra. Isn't that interesting? Your palms are extensions of your heart chakra. Or walk barefoot on the earth. Work your light action. Do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. You can use crystals. You can eat like root vegetables. Let me, you know what I'm going to do? Let's just pull a crystal for you guys. I don't know if, like, you know, how many of you work with crystals, but let's just get a crystal for each day. Just because it's a conflict time. So let's get a crystal, please. Can we get a crystal for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 1st and April 2nd? So this one's for April 1st. You know what? I'm just going to go for both days. Just one crystal. Can we get a crystal for Taurus for April 1st to April 2nd, please? This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we get a chakra to work with and a crystal to work with to help Taurus? Hopefully it's a grounding crystal. Let's get it. There we go. Ah, communication. Tanzanite, clarity. And on the bottom we have Morganite, relationship healing. Crystals. Tanzanite, needing clarity. Why? Because remember, even with the grounding card, it said it's easy to get swept away with other people's energy all swirling around you and thinking that it's yours and getting the lines blurred and getting confused. Okay, so very clearly know this is your energy. This is your energy. Okay, this is what's surrounding you, And even the conflict here might be making you doubt yourself, but don't. You have faith regardless. Coming out victorious with the Empress as well. It's bothering people, okay? Whatever it is, it's bothering people. And it feels like some kind of annoying kind of boo. You know what I mean? Look what we did now. Range of translucent to opaque purplish blues. It's related to your third eye chakra. I've been doing major third eye chakra work. Okay, so third eye chakra work here. Opens you to your spiritual wisdom, and sharing this knowledge from the heart opens and activates the third eye chakra, enhancing clarity, vision, and imagination. Assists in communicating with higher aspects of self, creating a deep knowing and wisdom. Allows you to see with clarity. So it says, open and receive this powerful energy. Feel it opening your chakra and bathing you in its essence of clarity. It is time to see clearly into situations that may have been clouding your judgment as you connect deeply with your own intuition and guidance. The time of confusion is over, and the devas are shining the violet light of Tanzanite your way, illuminating your path so you can see clearly again. Ask that the light transmutes all your confusion and mind clutter. Feel it moving out of your aura, leaving you feeling radiant, cleansed, and clear, and enjoy the clarity that is now manifesting in your life. So that is all about working with your third eye chakra to get clarity, to get better clarity, so that you don't get caught up in the storm around you. So you can also just look at the picture, and you know, you can get a picture off the internet even of Tanzanite, because this quality Tanzanite I don't think most people can afford. So just get a picture, and even the picture will help you. Alright, this is the Fashion Oracle cards. I'm just going to pick one for each day. This is for April 1st. Can we please get a card for April 1st for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? This is for April 1st. We have Vidal Sassoon. Interesting. And it's with hair cutting and scissors. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sculpt a new attitude by cutting a new crown. Always make an effort. A haircut can change your life. Also, haircut, speaking to, you know, whenever you're going through some major change. Look at her. Twiggy, I believe. I don't know if that's Twiggy even, but that's like a Twiggy cut. You know, when you go through something major, sometimes you just want to cut your hair off, like just to be free. It's like this wanting freedom. Linda's on the bottom. You are your most important person on your team. Life is a catwalk, so learn how to work it. Don't get out of bed for less than I would. And that's all about knowing your worth. And I know she got into big trouble for saying, like, I don't get out of bed for less than, like, whatever grand. However many thousands. But at the same time, knowing your worth is important. All right, so this is Manolo Blahnik. Heels are for having fun, not running away at midnight. Seasons are an evolution, not a revolution. Be curious and creative. All good things come in pairs. So again, heels are for having fun, not running away at midnight. It gives a Cinderella vibe to this, right? Because you know Cinderella ran away at midnight. Seasons are an evolution, not a revolution. Be curious and creative. All good things come in pairs. Yep. All right. So we know the story of Cinderella, don't we? Oh. Now, where is the other oracle cards? They're here. I'm just going to keep on going because this is for 2 days. These are the Wild Kuan Yin. This is for April 1st and April 2nd. Okay, so one card for April 1st and 2nd. Can we please get a card for advice for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 1st and April 2nd, please? Says magic of the moon to manifest. Just as the light of the moon ebbs and flows, all things happen according to a timing that benefits the greater garden of life. How short-lived that garden would seem if all flowers bloomed at once and then it was over. As the next moon grows full, set your intention. Your time for blossoming is near. So obviously it's saying not everything is going to bloom at once. Some things are going to have to be let go. And then there's another cycle of something new blooming into your life. It's saying, well, by the time the next moon grows full, and that's pretty soon actually. I think it's in like a week or so. No, sorry. The new moon is in like a week or so. So by the time the next full moon comes around, it's saying set your intentions, plan, make moves towards your goals for that time. Because the blossoming time is near. And that's where that energy that I keep telling you about, Three of Wands, is on the bottom of this deck right here, which is a little bit of waiting to do. So it's saying make sure you set your intentions for that time and to make moves with that plan. So now let's pull a Gabrielle Bernstein Miracles Now. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we get one for April 1st and one for April 2nd? The first one is for April 1st, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we get a card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 1st? It says, to travel further on my path of personal growth, I call on my spiritual running buddies for help. Yep. Put this over here. So that's over here. And then I'm going to, on the bottom, it says, I don't need to find my purpose will find me. And then on the bottom, let's get another card. Sorry, the April 2nd. Let's get a card for April 2nd. To truly flourish is to release all that tension that holds me back from letting love pour through me. Yep, let that tension go and let go of everything that holds you back from letting love pour through you. It says, I measure my success by how much fun I'm having. Yes, I'm going to leave that here just because that's important. If you're not having fun and you're miserable and you're fighting all the time, then what is the point of sticking around, you know? Last card. This is Gateway Oracle Cards by Denise Lynn. Can we please get a card, one card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 1st and 2nd? This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 1st and 2nd. Put this here. Exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. You guys get this all the time. All right. Let's talk about on the bottom, igniting courage. I'm strong, valiant, and courageous. Let's read this real quick. And honestly, I want to read about Vidal Sassoon. Exceeding expectations. Just curious. Haven't seen that yet. I soar into excellence. This is a time to dream big and stretch yourself. This is about dreaming big as well, the Seven of Cups. And definitely exceed the expectations that others have of you. Envisage that in the days ahead, you will be stepping beyond what others anticipate for you, and so it shall be. The universe wants you to know, you may have been playing small, but now is your chance to dream big. Expect miracles. Believe that the best will occur for you, and it will. Make plans. Big plans for the future. Do not act as if you're inadequate in order to make others feel secure. In the months ahead, you'll be exceeding inner and outer expectations. Get ready to fly. Questions to ask yourself. Have I been playing small so that others wouldn't feel insecure? Am I ready to exceed my own expectations? What are my true expectations in my life? And am I satisfied with them? Alright guys, that was your reading for April 1st and 2nd. Watch out for this tower moment and this kind of like, you know, ganging up situation that I feel is coming up. Something that they're going to do to kind of throw you off your game and surprise you, shock you, or whatever it may be. Don't let it. Also, I'm looking for that Oracle card out. You know, the book for it. The little book. I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. Should be around here. I found it. I found it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I want to read Vidal Sassoon. Okay, so it says, Vidal Sassoon revolutionized hairdressing. His first salon opened in London in 1954, where he created some of the most iconic haircuts of the 60s. From the bob, which became Mary Quant's, thank you guys for that, signature, to his famous 5-point cut, modeled by Grace Coddington. Mia Farrow even flew in from the US to have her hair cropped into a pixie cut for her role in Rosemary's Baby. Oh, snap. Sassoon was a pioneer of modern cutting, mixing geometric layers with movement. He also used his savvy business skills to achieve global success with his hair care products and create the blueprint for hair salons and schools today. All right, guys, that was your reading for April 1st and 2nd, and I'll have your love reading up today later on, I'm pretty sure. All right, have a wonderful day, guys. Love you all. Take care. Bye for now.